Hi there, my name is Sasha, and this is my first video, and I'm just making them for myself, just to process some things, to figure things out. I've been writing a journal, and that hasn't really been going too well. It's kind of been sporadic, on and off, and I don't know, I read back, and it doesn't really seem like me. It doesn't really seem relevant. So I think that making a video will kind of make it more real to me, and I'll be able to see myself more as a person. Also, I want to get feedback. I want to get feedback from people. I want questions, comments. I want, thoughts, whatever. Yeah. So I guess I'll just start out. When I was a kid, I moved around a lot. So I had a couple best friends when I was in North Bay up till about when I was 5, and then I had a best friend in Comox up until I was like, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9. Anyways, so I remember playing as a kid with my friends, just playing video games and catching grasshoppers, running through the woods, playing in mud, getting dirty, stuff like that. Like, I remember just doing so much of those things. Like, we wouldn't play dolls. I think the closest we got to that was running down the hallway with our big truck things and pushing them and seeing who would go the fastest. Yeah, like, it was very kind of macho in that way. I don't know. Anyways, sometimes we would come across something where we would have to face some fears. I remember one time my dad told me that it was a really hot day. Okay, so I remember one time my dad told me that he would get my friend and I each a Slurpee if we could make ourselves cry. And we took this challenge seriously. So we tried to hurt ourselves to make ourselves cry, because kids cry when they're in pain, right? Anyway, so we, sat on prickle bushes, we, hit each other, we just, genuinely tried to make each other cry. A pepper in the eye, whatever. Didn't work, nothing worked, we were just having fun, so we didn't get our Slurpees. But, anyways, so we kind of both, faced our fears a lot. And I think that's one of the things about myself that I really like, is that I face my fears a lot. Or at least sometimes. They're very scary. Anyways, so moving on. I didn't really like dolls. I had 2 Barbies. My sister gave them to me, I think. I don't really know how I got them, to be honest, but I never really played with them. The only times I did was when they were having sex. It's just like, oh yeah, I was a Ken and a Barbie, so I didn't really know about homosexual anything by that time, so I just made them have sex a lot. Yeah. I also had 2 dolls, Sylvia and Georgette. I got them for Christmas one year, and when I got them, I felt like I had to like them. And one of them I liked more than the other. Sylvia, because she was softer and squishier and was more gender neutral. Georgette was most definitely a girl doll and very stiff and rigid, and I didn't like her quite as much. Anyways, so after that Christmas, I'm pretty sure after then, I asked for video games, so I got, Game Boy games and N64 games and stuff like that. I liked gaming. I wasn't super an addict or anything, but I liked it. Anyways, so, yeah, most of my friends were guys, up until I was about 9, and then after then I moved to a new house, and there was a lot more kids on the street, so, I hung out with girls after that. Not exclusively, but there were more girls in the neighborhood, so I would hang out with them more. Even at school, I didn't really have tons of friends at school. I mean, I was friendly to people, and we were nice. I had I had one friend, actually, Lindsay, and it was awesome because we were both the same. Like, she was really into basketball, and I was really into basketball, and we would play basketball together, and, like, we were both on the team. We were, like, the best on the teams, even though we were, like, the shortest people ever. Not really ever, but shortest people on the team. We were both pretty masculine, or both pretty, like, yeah, it was great. Actually, later on, turns out she was doing rugby when I was into rugby, so I ended up joining the team with her, and she was a coach or assistant coach or something like that, and that was really cool. Anyways, so, after age 10 when I moved, yeah, I started hanging out with more girls. We didn't really do anything extremely girly. I mean, maybe we did. We put on dances and stuff, and yeah, I guess it was pretty girly. But I really tried to fit in as a girl, because I remember when I was a kid, I would get teased a lot for looking like a boy, or whatever. My mom used to do the bowl cut around a bowl on my head, so, like, snipping all this stuff off, and so, yeah, people often thought I was a boy, and, I didn't really like that, I guess. I would be like, I'm not a boy, yeah. So, anyways, when I moved away from that place, I moved to Winnipeg, and I really, in the summertime, my mom would take us out to get clothes and stuff, and school supplies, and, I remember getting these really girly, like, shirts and pants and whatever, because I knew, you know, I wanted to fit in, because I didn't really have tons of friends. I had a little bit. I had some. They were good friends. They were pretty cool people, but, yeah. Anyways, so I remember getting, like, girly clothes and, like, you know, blouses or whatever, and I wore them. I felt extremely uncomfortable wearing them, but I thought that, you know, that is what I needed to do to fit in. That's what I needed to do in order to be part of the cool group or whatever. As it turns out, I didn't end up being in the cool group at all. There were really only two groups. One of them was the cool group that I was not in, and the other one was the everyone else group, which I was in, and I was so happy, because I just really, when it came to other girls, like, if they were too girly, if they were like, oh, my nails, I can't believe it, look at my hair, I have such a bad hair day, life is so terrible, you know, I was just like, get over it, you know, everybody has a strand of hair sticking up over here, like, big friggin' deal. Oh no, you broke a nail, which I later discovered is actually very painful. Yeah, it was just stupid to me, drivel, you know, just whatever. Anyways, so yeah, I ended up making friends with girls in that group, and one of them, my best friend, anyways, whatever, I'll skip that. I remember, oh yeah, my clothes, like, when I was dressing really feminine-ish, I guess, blouse and jeans, whatever, it wasn't super feminine, not like a dress to school every day. I've always hated dresses, oh man, my mom was like, you have to wear this, and I was like, no, there was, like, one dress that I would wear, and the only reason why I would wear it is because it was red, and red is my favorite color. And it was a Christmas dress, so I wore it for all occasions. Pretty great. Anyways, so I remember, yeah, I remember, what do I remember? Oh yeah, eventually, so my clothes, you know, the blouse and whatever I was talking about before, kind of faded. I just stopped wearing them. I just, like, I didn't really feel comfortable in them. I didn't really want to wear them. They were in the wash, whatever. So I just started wearing the clothes that I normally wore. So, like, t-shirts, jeans, hoodies. I really got into hoodies. I really love hoodies. I really got into baggy sweaters eventually, and I really got, like, one time I went shopping with a friend in, like, grade 9, I guess. This was after I had moved away from Winnipeg. And all I got were, like, baggy pants, and baggy sweaters, like,